The first of its kind. Redefining beauty. Uniquely created for every type of woman. In every skin tone. For every skin type. For every unique woman of all ages. This magic in a bottle blends and melts into the skin like butter. It's sweat-proof, waterproof, and oil-free. Introducing Face Coat by Geraldine. A definite must-have for every woman. Face Coat.
Hello everybody, welcome to Just for Women Africa. My name is Olalekan Amusa, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And before we start the show, let's give thanks to our host, Tia Coffee House. They're located here in the airport area, Pacholimba Road. Nice scene environment. You'd like to have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Tia Coffee House is the place to be. And today on the show, we're going to talk makeup. We have with us Geraldine, a former Big Brother House member, 2019, and she's here with us. She's turned entrepreneur. She has a home makeup brand, and she'll be talking to us about it. You're welcome to the show, Geraldine.
Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, you're in Big Brother House 2019. Now you're turned entrepreneur. What made you decide to go to start up your own makeup brand?
It just fell on me. You know, I started. I'm a lawyer, a writer. I write books, and that's been my passion for a long time. I've also liked to do business. So in the past, I would create perfumes and sell perfumes. I made my own wristwatches, which I was selling online. So it wasn't really new to me. But the time hit us when it was during the COVID era, and we were on lockdown, and I was stuck in Houston because I went to give birth to my baby. And there was no way, I felt like we're never going to come back, or we're just going to be in lockdown for a very long time, because nobody really understood what this COVID-19 was all about. So I had to figure out how to survive and how to make money, and just basically just keep moving, And so I thought about, okay, simple makeup. People out there don't really like too much makeup. Let's reach that market. And that was how I was able to create this product called Face Coat for minimal makeup lovers. I remember at the time when a lot of us were putting on the mask, so many women did not really feel they needed to put so much makeup. I mean, why waste 1 hour doing makeup and then you just put on a mask and that's it? But with Face Coats, in 5 minutes you're done. And then you look like you spent 2 hours doing your makeup. Put on your mask and you're good to go. And at that time there was the Zoom meetings. People were not going out, people were not mixing. So they would sit down and do their meetings online and they're out the door. So I just said, okay, Face Coat, you can use Face Coat. Just put it on your face, do your Zoom meeting and you're done. So at that time, people were able to reach, it reached a larger market and people loved it, and that's how it just grew from there. And that's where I am.
Okay. So one of those businesses that started off in COVID, during time of COVID. What is like actually doing business during time of COVID?
There was a lot of uncertainty. You're not really sure, are you going to make it? Is the world ending? What's going to happen? What's this disease that's taking over the world? So you're just thinking at that time, how am I going to survive? How am I going to make money? Still sitting in my house on lockdown in your living room, how are you going to make money? And we were all grateful for the internet. So you're sitting down there and people from Accra, South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania are buying your products, and you just, all you have to do is just call the dispatch, they deliver, and you're still sitting down in your living room, maybe taking popcorn or whatever, but you're still making money. So it's really helped. It helped us, and basically women have survival skills. I feel like we think fast. When you want to, you need to provide for your children, or you need to just survive. What can I do to make money? So I think that's what helps us.
Okay. So basically, you have a large presence outside Nigeria. Which countries do you sell to outside Nigeria?
So I started with Nigeria, and then Ghana. Ghanaians love Face Coats, and then we moved, and then Kenya, and then Tanzania, and then South Africa, Namibia, and it has just been growing. We have a presence in Sierra Leone as well, Togo. So it's just going all from the internet. It's just crazy.
Yes.
So we're able to build, have reps in the different countries that help to sell the products to the locals.
Okay. All right. So to our viewers who are watching, who are hearing for the first time Face Coats, do you have some products that you could share us?
Oh yes, I do. So This one is the magic, I call it the magic in the bottle.
Okay.
This one, it's everything in one bottle. So this is for people that are working, you're a working woman, you don't have time to sit down to do makeup for hours, and you just want something very minimal, not the whole, like the way I'm all made up, just something very simple, maybe to cover blemishes or spots. You just squirt some and use, and that's it, you're good to go. It's very easy, it's very simple, very light, sweat-proof, waterproof. You can actually go under the rain, and even if water is all over your face, and once you just dab, your face is still the same. It looks very, very, very light and very real, like you look the same. You can cover tattoos as well.
Okay.
So even if you just tap it on your tattoo, and it's good to go. Blemishes, scars, so this is the best. This is called the Face Coat Silk, and it is amazing. It's an amazing product. So that's the...
Face Coat Silk.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Ladies, go get some. Okay, what else do you
So
have?
this one is for people that still like makeup. Oh, okay, yes, this is a minimal makeup lover, but what about me that likes to do the powder and all of that? What can I add? So I introduced the face coat powder. This can be used alone, you know, but this can be paired together. So after you use this, you can use this as well. Okay. It's loose, it's compact powder, but it's very silky. It has vitamin E, so it protects your skin. It also has sunscreen as well. So it protects your skin from sunburn. So it's a powder. So sometimes people can actually get this alone or get this together. But remember that this is everything in one. Okay. So if you have this, you're really good to go. And then this is the face coat powder. And then the last one is this, I call it the tiny magic. It's magic. This and this stuff doesn't finish. It lasts for like a year. It looks very small. Yeah. It's called the face coat butter. It looks very small, but if you put this on any scar, bump, blemish, pimple, they will not know, and it melts into the skin. Okay. And looks very, very natural. Like if you see, I have this birthmark here. Can you see that?
Okay. Can the camera see it? Okay.
I'm not sure, but it's right there. If you can see that, like mark, can you see that birthmark? Yeah. This is the butter.
Wow.
Do you see that?
I don't see it anymore.
You don't see it anymore, and it dries up. It dries up, and if you don't, so imagine if I had a tattoo, they won't know you have. Maybe you have a board meeting and you don't want anyone to see your tattoo, and you're like, okay, you just open your purse, take out your butter. Oh, guys buy this too. Take it out.
I was about to ask.
And there's a guy that every time because always selling out. Once I just announced we have restocked, the guy just comes and just buys it in bulk because he has tattoos and he works in the corporate field, so he likes to cover up his tattoos. So that's it. It looks very natural. It looks very natural. And this is the same. I have every shade for every type of skin tone. So this is my skin tone. So it covers it up, and you go about your day. Normally, this can also, if you have like dark circles, tired eyes, you don't have to use any of this. Just use this in your face, and you are good to go. So this one is the best seller as well. Fantastic product. It doesn't finish. It's so how little I use. Yeah. It lasts for a very long time. So it's called the face coat butter. So just with these, you can look absolutely flawless.
I can imagine. How many shades do you have?
A total for all the products. A total of about 40 products. About 40 shades.
40 shades.
Yes. So a total. So from very light to very dark, in between, middle brown. Yellowish brown, different undertones. We can just basically go look at your skin, look at your picture, or look at you live, and then we can help you choose your shade.
Okay. Oh, that's really interesting. So this is called the
face coat silk.
Face coat silk.
The face coat powder.
Face coat powder and the magic
and then
one.
The face coat butter. I call it the butter because it melts into your skin and just disappears. Like you won't even know you have anything on. If they ask, your face is so fine, your skin is amazing, you can be like, yeah, thank you, but you know that you actually use face coat.
I know. And one great thing I like about the products is that they're all made in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
They're made in Nigeria brands, and they're really good selling out in Nigeria, South Africa, Namibia, all around the world, all over Africa. And that's really good. That's really good. Okay. So you've been in business basically since the time of COVID.
2 years.
2 years. What has been a major challenge for you? Starting a business as a woman in Nigeria, do people take you seriously, or as a woman, or they feel that all those advices about women not being in business? Does that affect you?
Yeah, it does. When you start, first of all, people are always scared to go into the makeup business because it's very saturated. There's a lot of people doing makeup, so you have to know how to stand out. So I was able to find a market because when you're doing a business, you have to realize that there's actually a problem, and you have to be able to solve that problem. So that makes you stand out. You need to be able to stand out in a business that is very saturated. That's one. Then also, another problem I had was we were selling out too quickly because I was making in small batches. I didn't expect to grow that fast. So we're making in small batches and we're selling out too fast. And we're always saying, oh guys, we sold out, we don't have any more. And they would have to wait for us to produce. So if we had like a bigger budget, we can produce en masse, like we can produce a lot. Okay. And then, sell before you can Indomie or Coke. And Coke just announced that, oh, I've sold out on my Coke bottle, so no Coke. Okay. Coke is always available, so we're trying to be always available for people. Even if we sell out, just make sure that there are, products available. So we needed to produce in larger quantities, and that brings us to accessing finance. Okay. Which is difficult because they would rather give meal, or you look like you can handle business, but we have to prove ourselves. It's a good thing that there's so many organizations right now that are championing women entrepreneurs, women business owners. So it's difficult to find them, but they're all over internet right now. So I try to reach all these people, but there's a lot of processes. This one, fill the form, open an account with this bank and all that. So I just said, let me just try. And I just put it out there and announced that, hey guys, you've been following me for a year now. I think it was about a year and 6 months or so. You've been following me, you know my business, you've seen the growth. If you feel like if you trust me enough, if you feel like you can invest in my business, please send me a DM, send me an email. I was just throwing it out there. It's not like I was just expecting maybe just 1 or 2 people to be like, okay, Jerry, I will, invest in you. And then I announced, and people sent me emails, and when I say not even not men, women like me, women that believed in the Facebook dream, that have been following. When I used to cry, oh guys, I'm stuck here in Houston, I don't know when I'm leaving here. People followed the story, so they saw the growth, so they were like, Geraldine, I want to invest in you. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, you want to invest maybe like $1,000 or something, and they were calling figures that I actually collapsed when I heard the figures. Oh my God. So people actually believe in this dream, and they believe in the growth of Facebook. So it also helped me, it pushed me to be better, to prove to them that your money is not going to waste. It's actually going into, I didn't even want to look at the money. Once people started investing and we sign your contract, you make amount of profit, share profit or whatever, I don't even want to look at the money and be admiring, oh wow, nice money. No, I immediately injected it back into the business, and how we're able to produce a larger quantity, and we send out to other people, different countries, and we reached a wider market. So I think that's the problem, reaching a wider market, finances, just forming your own niche in the business. So I was able to cross all those hurdles, small, and we're getting there.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned something during the interview. You mentioned that men are likely to get more favors in terms of loans than women. Why do you think that's the scenario? Because lots of women here I've interviewed all over Africa make that same statement, that it looks like men are much more likely to get loans from the bank for business than a woman. Why do you think that is like that?
I think because, and if we look back to how many years, men have been doing business even before women. But I believe that women are better business owners because we have the ability to multitask. No shade, but we have the ability to multitask, and we can work under pressure. If you go back and look at all the businesses that have made it till now, from the COVID era, they're mostly women. Because women, when we're pushed to the wall, we work better under pressure. For some reason, we're just built to think, what are we going to do to survive? Many female business owners made it from that 2020 COVID era, so and then a higher percentage of women are likely to pay back loans than men, if you realize it. But for some reason, people just feel comfortable to be like, oh, I'd rather give the loan to a man. But if you really think about it, women too can be even better than men as well. So, but I feel like now people are realizing that, okay, are you guys seeing what's going on? Are you guys seeing the trend? Are you guys seeing the change and the shift that women are actually empowering other people? Like, because we're hiring people, and we're giving this, we're building our community.
Yeah.
So people are now feeling more comfortable to, give out loans, but still, it's still the men, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, there's this definition, not the definition, but just more of the saying that a successful woman is somebody who can manage her home,
I've heard that.
business, social life, all that is regarded as a successful woman. Do you agree with that statement?
I totally agree. Which is why I was telling you in the beginning that we are amazing multitaskers, because I started this business while I was breastfeeding. I gave birth to my son December. January they were talking about the COVID. By February, March they had done the lockdown. So I was literally breastfeeding my baby.
Yeah.
I would breastfeed him, drop him, go mix my stuff, and write down my stuff. I was even doing like internet online classes to understand the benefits of, because it's just shea butter, sunscreen, vitamins. I wanted to understand the benefits. Doing all of that while breastfeeding. Then I had a toddler. She was 3 at that time, and then I had to cook because I was alone. I don't live in Houston. I live in Nigeria, so I was just there to give birth. I was alone, trapped, nothing. There's no way to leave, so I had to make sure I cooked dinner for them, breastfeed my son, then still go and answer DMs and respond and create content and post and talk about your product. So you're doing a lot. That's what you call multitasking. It's draining, but we just keep pushing for some reason. So I feel that statement is very true. Very true.
So you don't think that a successful woman has to do with how much she has in her bank account?
No, because someone on Mrs. John or Mr. John can just say, oh, take 50 million naira and put in your account. But you didn't work for it, or maybe, you could have just gotten free money. So why would you say, oh, because she has this amount of money in her account, that means that she's so successful? I believe there's more to it. I believe there's more. Women need to be respected. A lot of women are working hard. They're working hard. They're doing a lot. Some people can look at a woman like, oh, see all that she achieved. And when you hear her story, you'll be very amazed at what she has to do behind the scenes to get to where she is, actually.
Yeah. In Ghana, for instance, the population of women is more. It's the same thing in Nigeria. But for some reason, we can't get a woman as a president or half of the Senate or half of the parliament being women. Why do you think that's the case? Because if the population of women is more, that should be very easy, but it doesn't happen. What do you think? What do you think that's it?
I think, like I said, times are changing, but also we need to also encourage women to move forward. Some of us are discouraged. Like I told you, we're discouraged. Should I even try? Would they even pick me? So they've already defeated themselves before they even tried. Because when you look at the role models of people on top, they're mostly men and few women, and those few women are actually celebrated, so they stand out.
Yeah.
But then if we need people to encourage us. That's just basically to push us to be like, okay, we can do it. People are doing it, and then more of us can come up. So that's just basically. Because now I feel like men are more open to taking in women. Nobody's really stopping that. Oh, because you're a woman, don't get this. People are now looking at your track record. Are you that good? Do you have this? Do you have that? They're actually looking. But then are the women coming forward? That fear and that feeling of they'll just probably take a man is still there in a lot of women. So I think it's a mindset that needs to change, because this generation is changing and we're evolving.
All right. Okay. As we're about to bring the interview to a close, can you tell us what is the future for Face Code?
The future. I'm praying that we keep growing. Like, look at me. I'm in Ghana. I'm in Ghana because I started this product from my living room.
Okay.
So who knows where I'll be in the next 2 years or the next year. I might be in South Africa or somewhere in Canada talking about the same product, and then remembering where I started and how I've grown. So I see Face Code being in every home, in every woman's purse.
Okay.
I see it being global. I see it being more respected. I see a very big future for Face Code, and then to see the way it has grown so rapidly in just 2 years, it's still mind-blowing to me. It's still shocking to me. So every time I open my page and I see how many people are following and how many orders we have to attend to, I get scared. Okay. So I'm like, is there something that I'm not seeing or is there so? I don't know. But I also feel that it's grace of God, so as well. So I see that we're going to be like a brand where once you just say face, they just say coats. They already know what face coat is.
Exactly.
Because face.
Exactly. All right. Okay. All right, Geraldine. Well, about I know I said it before. Just one more question, then we'll play a game and all that. Okay, let's play the game first, then I'll ask you the question. All right, just let's first up. Between hills and flats, which do you like?
Heels and heels.
Hills.
Yeah.
Okay. Morgan Freeman or Denzel Washington?
Those are my two favorites. Morgan reminds me of my dad. He reminds me of my dad a lot. And then Denzel actually looks like my dad. Like when he was alive, that they have the same look. So I'm just I love both of them. I can't choose. Sorry, both of them. Both of them. Morgan Freeman and Denzel. No, Morgan. But Morgan's voice is very both.
Oh, okay. Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Usher. Why Usher?
These are my confessions. I used to know. I used to sing. Me and my twin used to sing all his songs at that time. So Usher.
Okay. All right. Last question. Braids or wigs?
Braids.
We love braids.
Braids. They used
I thought wigs are much more comfortable,
that's
easier
the
to
thing.
wear.
I'm very different. I used to call myself I'm a queer. I'm just different. I think I don't like to follow the norm, which is why I created face coats, because I like to break the rules. Like, why should everybody use primer, concealer, and all this funny things in your face? Why can't you just use one product? So I like to be different. So I just feel like, why do I have to wear a wig? Sometimes when I wear the wig, trust me, I always feel funny, But I am a braids person. I love braids. I love the whole natural, big braids and stuff like that. I love braids.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so our viewers who are watching, who's prepared for face coats for the first time, and would love to get in touch with you, could you give us your contact details?
So yeah, just follow me on Instagram, face.coats, and then you see all the information there. Just send me a DM, I'm there, or send me an email, facecoatcompany@gmail.com. If you want to be a wholesaler, if you want to buy in bulk and sell in your country to your community, you can always buzz. If you want to ask more questions about the face coat products, you can always buzz and send me a message. So yeah.
Thanks a lot, Geraldine, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Wish you all the best. We look forward to seeing face coat all over Africa, all over the world. Major supermarkets, hairdressers, all for you. Geraldine actually came into Ghana for a program at the
Hips Africa.
Yep, at the Accra International Conference Center, and we're really privileged to make time out to be with us today.
Okay, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, to the next show. Subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just for Women of Africa, and from Geraldine and I, it will be bye.